Hi there. I wasn't sure what to look at. I got this new funky light and it's less bright, so it's going to be a little bit more natural than the last one I was using. Anyway, I want to give a shout out to my funky fucking hairdo today. Oh, I just wrecked it. It was just looking so, so funky. Another thing I want to say is I actually do change my clothes. This is my comfy sweatshirt that I usually throw on at some point in the day. Oh, my hair's getting. It was so cool for a couple minutes. Anyway, holy mother of God. I've been doing these sessions with this deck that I created, and I keep reflecting on how this deck is working, what the sessions are doing, and how it all works together. And so every time I do one of these sessions, there's a new awareness that shows up, and it's really so beautiful because, like I said before, doing seeing patterns, like seeing your patterns that are getting in your own way, is literally like seeing the back of your head. And that's why I love doing this work because, ooh, okay. That's why I love doing this work because it's so very important. My hair is just coming apart. It's so very important to see where we get in our way and to come up with a way to do something different. And so that's what these sessions are. So, the focus of today's session is our abundance. I can't wait because I'm actually going to make these into decks that people can buy so that you can actually do sessions on yourself, which is going to be super cool. I just need to take the time to make it more not perfect, but I think I'm close. I think I'm close to making a product that is going to be sellable. So I'm excited about that. So, what is getting in our way is guilt. Interesting. Anyone who has kids knows what mom guilt is all about. Okay, so intuitively, what we're actually tuning in here though is guilt surrounding abundance and money, because abundance is the card that we pulled first. So let's really sit with what were you taught about money? What were you taught about, rich people? And like, how did your parents, how were you brought up? Did you have a lot of money? Did you feel good about money? Were you, did you see generosity all around you? Did you see parents who did what they loved and loved what they did in order to make money? Or was money something that was made through a job that they hated? And did they complain about money? And were they stingy with their money? Did you feel like you were not properly provided for? Like, what did you learn about money is what we're working with right now. Because, oh, this is so interesting because this is the card of what is money getting, or what is your guilt getting in the way of. The session is around abundance, but interestingly enough, the guilt is getting in the way of our experience of feeling abundant. So, abundance is coming up twice today, which means we are all working on lack mentality issues right now. I brought my son to Saskatoon, which is another city, for his 17th birthday, and I brought two of his friends. And we had the best day ever. So much fun. It was so much fun to be with my son, to be with his friends. It was a very expensive day, like a very expensive day, like hundreds of dollars. And I'm talking close to $1,000. Well, his birthday cost $1,000. Let's put it that way. I'm a single mom that literally just lost my job a few months ago. And before that, I couldn't work because I was sick for years. So financially, I've had some pretty fucking rocky times. So I am really working through abundance issues because why should we not why should we not make money for what we love to do? Like why do we have these beliefs that we have to hate our lives? Why do we have these beliefs that we shouldn't be able to take our kids and do incredibly fun things for them? And so this is what I'm facing in my life. This is the lack in my life right now. Is why do I feel like I'm not that I should not be blessed with millions of dollars? We don't have to make millions of dollars. I don't need to make millions of dollars, but why shouldn't we? Like, why shouldn't we? Right? So anyway, that's what I'm dealing with personally in my own life, because spending that time with my son, there is not one penny of that day that I would want back, because it was so much fun and it was such a bonding experience. It was so worth it. It was so worth it. And what this set me up to start to see is, why shouldn't I be able to do that with my kids more often? Why shouldn't I be able to take my kids to Blue Jays games? Why shouldn't I be able to take my kids to Oilers games? Why shouldn't I be able to take my kids on little trips? Why shouldn't I be able to buy a car that, isn't 10 years old? Like, why shouldn't I be able to live in a house where I don't hear gunshots every second fucking night? You know what I mean? Like, I am such a generous person. I am such a loving person. I am such a grateful person. So we have that. Like, do you know what I mean? A lot of people need to be more generous, and a lot of people need to be more grateful, and a lot of people need to be more loving. But a lot of us have done that to death, and we don't want to stop. Like, people with a generous heart, people with a loving heart, they're never going to change. But my point is, I feel like when we shift our beliefs about money and abundance and our self-worth issues, God's going to be like, yes, that is what I wanted for you. And now here's a beautiful business opportunity that's going to make you millions of dollars, because I know you're going to take your kids on these beautiful adventures. And I know that your kids are not spoiled. And I know that you are not spoiled. I know that you're going to enjoy every moment and you're going to appreciate every moment. And I know that you're going to give so much of this money away because you love people so much. And this is what we're here to do, to see in our lives, to create in our lives. So, the card that's showing up is acceptance. So the practical action moving forward is to accept where you are and allow yourself to be sad about it. So these cards keep showing up about expression. So oftentimes the card shows up, be angry about it. And when that card shows up, I literally feel angry about certain things in my life. And that's a very important thing for us to do. But anger moves things and it leads to sadness. So really sit with where you are in your life and allow yourself to feel sad. When I was sick, I lost everything. I had to cash in all my RRSPs. I sold my house and spent every cent of equity in that home because I couldn't work. And then I got sick again. My mom died, and I had severe depression, severe anxiety. Like, I lost everything I lost. And then I got a job last year and lost that too. And so, yeah, I get to be really good and sad that, holy fuck, I've lost everything. So, yeah, we just get to really face what has been taken from us, or what we've lost. I guess it hasn't been taken. So this is what Spirit says to us today. You are not alone. You never were. Be here, be held, be led. We love you more than you could ever imagine. Feel us holding you. So feel the divine, and know that they are providing for you every step of the way.